Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. So I was totally inspired by these papers in the November kit. So I picked out the ones that have a bit of flora in them, and I've put away the ones that need to stay as 12 by 12 sheets, in that perhaps they can be a project of their own, or perhaps they can be made into covers. Like this is a leather print, and can you imagine a journal made out of this? That's gorgeous. Also, this really needs to be 12 by 12. You could cut that down. It can be a TN size, so that's one, and that's another, so that's another idea. Same with this one. This is beautiful. You can do TN here. So those kind of are my ideas. So I'll put those to the side. These are the pages that really inspired me. And so if we flip open the back is bark, more bark, this beautiful kind of green and a corrugated iron, but I'm more interested in this. So what I've been doing, I've been foraging in my backyard and around my neighborhood, and I've picked out some beautiful native leaves and plants, and I have been kind of making my own paper. Not eco-printing, because eco-printing, I will do it one day, I think, but the idea scares me at the moment. It's very labor intensive, and it's hit and miss, and it can't be subject to a deadline, but there's lots of boiling and whatnot. So what I've been doing is kind of just putting flowers and leaves in between paper. It's not going to, obviously it's not going to take the print of this, not the way I did it. Scrape away any of the leftover. You can see here, this is what I did. I mean, this one was not so bad. You can still see, the veins that are left behind in this one. Wow, same with this one. So let me tell you what I did. So with some of these leaves, what I did was I put them in a pot and I did boil them for about I'm gonna say maybe 15 minutes, just to the point where I could see that the leaf itself has gone from very leathery to nice and supple. So then what I did was I dipped paper into a bath of coffee, and then I put it out onto my lawn underneath my greenhouse, and then what I did was I added a layer of these leaves on top, and then a layer of paper, and then another layer of leaves, and then another layer of paper that has also been coffee stained. What I did do was I collected flowers and I pressed them in between, and these flowers are I am gonna dry them. I'm gonna press them between books and dry them, so this was a good start to get these started. I am doing a dried flower collection, and it's going to take a while. It's going to take a couple of months, so stay tuned for my dried flower project, which should be coming in 2019. Here are some more. That's good. That turned out really nicely. You can see from the shadows, but that looks really good. Oh, look, that's nice. See, what I want to do is I want it to like meld into the paper. That one almost does, but this part is too thick, so I'm going to just leave that, because that's kind of what I want to achieve. I want to put like almost petals into the paper, so I might just leave that one. That's beautiful. These, they did leave some leaf marks, which is lovely. This is really lovely. Yeah, it almost does stick in, so I might leave that. Those will be my others, where I might dry the entire flower on that paper. Here's another one. Yeah, that's good. I like that. It's very subtle. Oh, this one's nice. You can kind of see that one. And then here's the leaf. Oh, I do like that. I'm going to leave that as well. So these leaves, these trumpet pink flowers, I don't know what they're called. They're my neighbors, and they lean over onto my side of the laundry, so I count that as technically mine. So I picked up all these from the floor. I don't like to pick real flowers because I quite enjoy them every time I hang the laundry. So there's just all of these down along the path in my laundry area, so I just pick these up and press them. So I like these. Other than that, these are just coffee stain papers. This is a magnolia leaf. Now, if you know magnolia leaves, these are really thick and leathery, so there's no way that that's gonna leave any print behind. And I didn't boil this one, you can tell. This one is one I did boil. I can tell it's lovely and very, very thin, and you can see that it left a mark. You can see that it left a mark there. That's really nice. I like that. Here are more of these. This one didn't work. It's too dry. This one's lovely. I like this one. It's gorgeous. So I'm going to keep that. I'm going to keep everything. All these that have been pressed, I'm going to keep them. And whatever mark they give me, I'm happy with. Now this one, don't laugh, okay? So I have a blueberry tree. No, I have a blackberry tree. And I just picked out some blackberries and I squished them in between paper because I love this color. You know, it's not wilted violet, definitely not. It's not even seedless preserves. So this is a color all to its own. It's a blackberry. So it's still, I can tell it's a little bit wet. So what I'll do with this one is just finish drying it with my heat tool, and and I'll show it to you in a minute. So I'll put that one off to the side. Here's the other side of it. So this is my fern tree. Here's more of that blueberry. And so after the berry juice just bled through, I adore this. Oh my lord, I adore this. So the berry juice mixed with the coffee puddles, and it just created this really lovely spreading. Oh, and you can sort of see where the leaf formation is. Oh, I love this so much. Other side. The other side. So this is the other bottle brush. So again, once again, the bottle brush is my neighbor's, and a lot of it comes on over onto my backyard. And so I just snipped these because they were in my airspace, right? And the smell is beautiful. My craft room, because I've had this waiting to be filmed since yesterday, my craft room smells like leaves and green and outside. So it's very invigorating. Right. And so this is a hibiscus, and this was a flower that was already on the ground. Look how thin this is. Oh, I love it. So I would love to be able to Mod Podge this onto paper and then leave it here. I will have a look, see how we go. These are old boiled leaves, and they're lovely. They've lost all that thick xylem in there, and so they're just lovely. So hopefully we can make some kind of, we'll see how we go. Alrighty, more of these. These are my tupuana. Now my tupuana is my tree. She grows in my backyard. She's my pride and joy, and so I love that pattern that she's got there. A little bit of leaf outlines, not too bad. That's gorgeous. Look at that. That's very evident. So these are my geraniums. Now these geraniums are in my garden. These geraniums are very special to me. These were a cutting given to me by the Nana down the road around maybe 5 years ago. And Nana's not here with us anymore. And so in the corner where I had planted that cutting, a large bush took over last year. and I call that corner Rayma's corner. So this flower and that entire bush are very special to me. They remind me of all our beautiful memories together. So this is really special to me, and I don't want to take that off. This one will come off fine, and I am going to put that as part of my dried flower collection. This I want to leave. This will come off. And this one I want to leave and press as is. That's gorgeous. And actually that entire page can just be a page in my traveler's notebook dedicated to Rayma. And here's another one that I did. Beautiful. So then after I boiled my leaves, what I ended up doing was staining some paper with that color, with that colored water, and the colored water was like a greeny color, and so you will notice that these are different. These papers are different than these papers. These have a greenish tinge, whereas these have the coffee color. So, wow, that's beautiful. I love that. A little bit of brown. That's really lovely. I love that. And I think this might be some of the rust from the tray that they were on. See the lines here? And some of that. I dried these in the oven after they soaked in the plant leaf water.